The answer is, it's complicated. So, PlanetSide 2 is now 11 years old. I checked. It is a very old game, but it is a very unique game. There is ultimately nothing like it currently on the market, and now that we are going into 2024, should you play it? Well, as I said, it's complicated. I can't tell you whether you should play this game or whether you shouldn't. It's ultimately going to have to be your decision. This video is intended to pretty much just give you an overview of the current state of the game, what it's like right now, and from there you should decide if you're interested. I will follow this videos up with more on dedicated mechanics, gameplay, etc., but this is intended to serve as sort of an introduction video to decide if you think the game is worth trying. So, as I said, it's an 11-year-old game. It's had its ups and downs, and it is undeniable that we are currently in a down of the cycle right now. The game's population is not in a great state. It is serviceable for sure, but it is definitely winding down. And ultimately, there are really two servers that you can actually play on right now. If you're in North America, if you're in North America, South America, or Asia, whether that's Australia or more like mainland Asia, you should play on Emerald. It has the highest overall pop, and you should still get tolerable ping. If you are on uh, Europe, Africa, or Russia, I would recommend playing on Miller as it has the better pop out of the two European servers. Soltec is a meme, Cobalt is a meme, Connery is a meme. Basically, play Emerald if you have better ping, play Miller if you have better ping. Those are the two best servers, whether you are in America or Europe, and they should be your first choices if you have nothing else to do. The other servers mostly are relics for veterans at this point, and due to their population issues, they are not worth creating a character on, as you will struggle very much to find fights in most times of the day. On that note, PlanetSide has this funny thing called Primetime. Because this game is not match-made or instanced like many other multiplayer games, there is essentially always a map open, no matter what time of day it is, for a given server. This means that there is no matchmaking, and that you will play against people who have 5,000 hours, you will play against people that have 100 hours, anything in between. There is no skill wall, and this means that you will get ruined. However, thanks to this funny population quirk, this means that PlanetSide is very time-dependent for players. If this game has something called prime times. On average, between 5 p.m. and 11 p.m. of a given server's time, for example, for Emerald, that would be East Coast time, that's when the server is most active, from about 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. That's where you'll see the highest influx of players. You'll usually see it kind of decent around those times, whether it's a bit earlier or later in the day, and in the early mornings or like middays for most weekdays, population will be low. This is something to consider because as a new player, you may not understand this, and this could very, very much lead you into a dead continent where there are no fights going on, which will not be fun to play. As sucky as it is to say, you should try and play this game between 5 p.m. and 11 p.m. when you can, because that's when you will find the most fights and the most players online, especially as a new player who may not know how to deal with low population. The other thing right now is balance. People have been playing this game for years, and you will hear complaints everywhere. This game does not have the best balance, but in general, as a new player, you shouldn't need to worry about this. When in doubt, just press J to join combat. It will dump you to a fight on the map, wherever the game thinks is the best fight currently available, and this is your best method. Ultimately, as a new player, you won't know how to read the map, and that's okay. Press J, go to a fight, you should at least find something wherever the game sends you to. Also play as a medic, because even if you will be bad at gunplay, and you will probably be bad at gunplay, you can still be useful as a team player. The other thing is, as a new player, is I would highly recommend joining a squad. I believe there's a key to do this, or the game will drop you straight into one if you are booting up the game for the first time. Find a squad, because playing with other people will help. Most veterans will be willing to help new players. And if you see an interesting looking player, you can always use the /tell command and put in their name to type to them directly. Or even in general chat, if you just say, "Hi, I'm new," people will probably be willing to help you. In general, this game has very caring veteran player base in a sense, who are usually willing to take new players under their belt. The official subreddit is also a good place to go about this, as well as the Discord. The forums are a cesspool. One last thing. one last funny little thing. You are going to be bad. There is no doubt that you will be bad at PlanetSide. This is a hell of a game to get into, and you're going to suck. And as a new player, that's probably going to be hard to deal with. You will absolutely get shredded by players with way, way more playtime than you, and that's okay. It is a hard game, and because it's such an old game, a lot of the remaining players are skilled. This is just something you'll have to accept, that you will die a lot, and that is okay. Try and enjoy the game as much as you can. Try new things. Jump in a vehicle if you want to try vehicles. Build bases if you want to try construction. Play as a medic and just heal and revive people if you think that seems fun. Try as many things as you can, because figuring out what you like doing is an important part of staying in this game. PlanetSide is very unforgiving to new players, and retention rates are not great, so figure out what you enjoy doing and stick to it. Don't try and force yourself into something that you just don't enjoy doing, because you will not like the game if that is the case. As I stated, there will be more videos coming, dedicated to certain mechanics, such as reading the map, gunplay, vehicles, classes, playstyles, stuff like that. So, this is just meant to serve as an introduction. I've tried to lay out everything I can for you. This game is hard, but it is unique. Even 11 years on, with a dwindling player base and some difficult development decisions that have been made, it is still a unique game. There's a reason it still has a dedicated player base to this day, and for what it's worth, I think it is worth getting into. Just consider that this game is a bitch to learn, and you will struggle, and that's okay. Just keep it in mind. It is a very, very rough game. Thank you all, and hey, maybe I'll see you out there. Maybe I'll see you in the comments. I don't know.